Hello and welcome to Culture Academy Science right here on YouTube. Okay, so what we're going to do today is a tutorial on balancing equations. Okay, so hopefully after this we'll be able to balance these without any problem whatsoever. So first of all, we need an equation. Now we're going to look at hydrogen bromide. Now hydrogen bromide is the following: it's H2 plus Br2, and that gives us HBr. Okay, so the process of balancing equations, I do a certain technique and it's called the shopping list. So what we do is we do a nice dotted line down the middle of our equation, and we're going to literally count how many elements we have on our reactant side and our products. Okay, so if we do that now, so we've got hydrogen and we also have bromine. So hydrogen, we have 2 lots of that. Bromine, we also have 2. Now we do exactly the same thing on our products. So hydrogen and bromine. Now we've only got 1 of each here, so hydrogen 1 and bromine 1. Okay, so we clearly see that that is unbalanced. Okay, so we need to add some numbers to make it balanced. Now we cannot change our subscript numbers. We can't change these numbers. We cannot put these numbers here or here. They must be at the start of the compound. Okay, so what I do is I use a different coloured pen. So I'm going to use green. It's just to make it very nice and clear, and so you can make it really obvious what you are doing. So the number, where are we going to put it? So we have to make up hydrogen. So we've only got 1, but we started with 2, so it needs to be equal. So if we put a 2 here, that's going to tell us we've got 2 lots of hydrogen, and it's going to tell us we've got 2 lots of bromine. Okay, so we've now got hydrogen, we've got 2 of them here, hydrogen, we've got 2 of them here. Bromine, we now have 2 here, and we also have 2. Okay, so that is now your balanced equation. Okay, it's done. Okay, so let's move on to something a little bit more difficult. Okay, so we're now going to look at hydrogen peroxide. Now, hydrogen peroxide is the following: it's H2O2, and that forms H2O, okay, plus O2. So we do the same method again. Dotted line down the middle of your equation, and we're going to count again our elements. So hydrogen, 2. Oxygen, we also have 2. And then we do the same on our products. Hydrogen, we have 2. And oxygen, we have 1. And we've got no 2 here, so that makes 3. Okay, so we are unbalanced. Again, different coloured pen. And let's remember, we can't change our subscripts. We can't change these numbers. It has to go at the front of the compound. So the first one we look at is oxygen. Okay, we need to make up oxygen on this side. So we can't change this number. We can't put it here. We have to go to the front of the compound. So let's put a 2 here. So that now tells us we've got 2 lots of H2. So that's going to give us 4 of those. It's going to give us 2 lots of O2. So that also gives us 4. So now we need to move back over to this side, because now this side is unbalanced. Okay. So we need more hydrogen and more oxygen. So if we put a 2 here, okay, remember we can't change these subscripts. So that's going to give us 2 lots of H2, which makes 4. 2 lots of oxygen, that also makes, so that's 2, 3, 4. So now we are balanced, and that is our balanced equation. Okay, so what I want you to do now is have a try on your own. So the equation I'm going to give you is the following. So you can look at lithium hydroxide. So the lithium hydroxide is the following: it's Li plus H2O, and that forms LiOH plus H2. Okay, so pause the video there and see what you can do. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you had an attempt at that and found it quite straightforward due to this method. So let's run through this equation and see what we can come up with. So we do the same method again. Dotted line down the middle of our equation. We're going to count on our left hand side our reactants. So lithium, we have 1, hydrogen we have 2 there, and oxygen we also have 1. So let's go to our products and do the same thing. So lithium, we have 1, hydrogen, we have 1, 2, 3, and oxygen, we also have the 1 there. So we're currently unbalanced. We have more hydrogens on this side than we do here on our reactants. So different colour pen, and let's make this equation balanced. So we need to make up some hydrogen. So remember, we can't change this subscript, so it has to go at the front here. So we're going to put a 2. So that tells us we've got 2 lots of H2. So that's going to give us 4 there. It also tells us we've got 2 lots of oxygen. So that's going to change the number of oxygens we got. So now we have 2. So now we're unbalanced again here. So we come back over to our reactants, and we need to make up some oxygen. And the only way we can do that is by putting a number here, because we can't change here. We can't put a subscript number here. It doesn't work like that, okay? So we need to put our number 2 here. So that's now going to give us 2 lots of lithium, which is 2 there, 2 lots of oxygen, and 2 lots of hydrogen. So that's going to have 2 here of hydrogen, and we've got another 2 there. So that now makes 4. Okay, so here we are balanced. Here we are balanced. However, here we are not. We've got 2 lithiums to 1 lithium. So let's move back over to our reactants, and we're simply going to put a number 2 there, which is going to give us 2 lots of lithium. Okay, are we balanced? Yes, we are. Okay, so that is balancing equations. Hopefully you found that really helpful, and good luck.